Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the second instalment of Season 2 Pit Stop here, where we talk all things Watkins Glen. So we do have an interview lined up for you wonderful viewers on YouTube. We have Lars Sorensen joining us for a quick chat here tonight before we get into the 10 protests we do have from Watkins Glen. But, I mean, it was a great round on Sunday, wasn't it, Tom? We had the half the race in the light, then we had half the race in the dark, which is very unusual for Watkins. You never normally have a night race, but we thought, you know what, we'll challenge the drivers and see what they come up with, and they didn't disappoint. You know, there was some big incidents out on track that we will probably have a look at, a few of them in the protest, but there was some great racing, and obviously I know it's one of the tracks that you're not enjoying too much, Tom, but it's personally one of my favourite tracks on track. But it was a great spectacle, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's one of the tracks that I personally hate. You know, made that quite apparent. But it was a really interesting mix of close battling and a lot of heavy incidents. I know we've now got 10 incidents, 10 protests, I believe we've got waiting in the wings to be discussed. So very spicy round. Big mix up at the front of the fields as well. You know, we had a lot of different winners compared to round one, and that's not something I was expecting as well. So really looking forward to seeing what who's been a naughty sim racer this week. So
before we obviously get into that, we'll have a little chat and see. But you know, I mean, we're into the second round now of season 2. We've got some brand new drivers in, and they're really coming to the front at the moment. I mean, we look at the pros. We've got Thomas Wangen at the top of the pros. We had an excellent round from Daniel Sedgley in Watkins Glen, where he really took it to the IGO coaching team that pretty much locked out that top of the Pro-Ams standings. I think all 4 of them were in the top 5 in at the end of qualifying. So, you know, they're a super strong team at the top. But Daniel, who had a bit of a quiet one in Montreal, really came on strong in Watkins Glen, and maybe that's something to see in the future. Then we got obviously one of our admins here at Performance Link, Thomas Cope, you know, really wanting to do well. Hasn't really found his groove at the moment, but I'm sure he will be contender. And last season's pro champion, Scott, is again having a bit of a cold start, but you know that he always comes on strong towards the second half of the season. But it's going to be an interesting one there. And then we look further back. I mean, in the Pro-Am, we've got a few. James Logston, who's sort of doing well at the moment, currently leading out of that Pro-Am field, really trying to step ahead. I mean, he's in a battle again with Sander, his rivals in season out, is doing exceptionally well. So about we got Tom Savage, Paul Ward, 2 brand new drivers as well, who are really putting it to the old faithfuls this season. The rookies this year, we've got a few sort of big drivers. We moved down from last grown strong as well. So 2 previous season drivers and that competition in class, because it makes it a little bit more possible. That's one of the good things we got here in Performance Links, is the point system. Is that nobody can run away, and you know, it makes it interesting the way to
going to be very competitive going forward at both drive free and every. moves a little bit. I don't know. Again, season, obviously. Whole field. Even though it's not a big margin, that's one nice thing about it's not, it's not one after.
It looks like we do have some sound issues, to be honest, but it looks like both mics are weird. I'm not sure why that is. So,
is that on my end?
I think it seems to be on both our ends. Is it both our ends, guys? Yeah, so it's saying that there's an issue on our end. So I don't know why, because I can see everything going up. Okay, let me just try and.
Andy is fine now, but I am not. Am I
Okay.
not?
Let's try and see what we can do.
Andy is fine now. Oh, there, Tom as well.
Okay, so strange, very strange. Hopefully that's okay. Now it's okay. Okay, good. At least we're back and we can get in. But I'm not sure what happened there.
It's probably one of the drivers trying to crash the pit stop so they don't get a horrendous penalty that could be coming their way. So
could quite possibly be, but. Okay, so let's have a quick chat. So we got Lars Sorensen in from the IGL Coating Sander Traffic School is the pronunciation, as Lars said to me, coming in. So let's have a look. Let's get Lars in and let's have a quick chat with him, Tom. Hey.
Hello.
Oh, Lars, welcome to the pit stop. Very thanks for giving up your time tonight to have a chat to us. One of the questions I always ask the drivers when they first come in is just to tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got onto iRacing, what sort of rig you drive, and a little bit more about yourself that maybe one of our viewers or most of our viewers don't know about.
Yeah, what's to tell? I'm a 42-year-old man from Norway, dad of 3. Well, the oldest one is over 20 years old, so I'm started early. I'm a general manager in a company called Cytec. We are doing GPS technology for construction machines. So when the time is not so good, the spare time anymore, the choice of driving a car was a rig back in the boys' room. So the rig I'm running is a sim grade Ultimate rig from Finland, and it's augury simulation with big meat steering, GSI wheel, augury pedals, and beast of a PC.
So what did you actually start on iRacing? A lot of people start on like the G29 and then all of a sudden get the bug and just go sort of nuclear and get all the free screens and force feedbacks and Husqvarna pedals and that. Did you start off on the G29 or did you go straight into the deep end and just get the good stuff to begin with?
Yeah, for 4 or 5 years ago, yes, for a very short period of time. And then the equipment was, let's call it shit, so it was not so fun. So I did quit, and when I started up last year, I gone all in.
Yeah, it definitely is. So tell us a bit about, obviously, the car that you prefer to drive on the server. And tell us a little bit about your team. Obviously, a well-known team on a lot of platforms. When I was commentating, or still am commentating in Apex, IGL Coating is a very big team that's in all the major GT3 leagues. Do you very much see yourself as a GT3 team, or do you branch out and try other things? Because obviously I know Thomas is a very accomplished Porsche driver as well. So just tell us a little bit about your team, the makeup you've got there, and what is the ethos and the idea behind your team.
Really, we are driving several classes. It's been all from rallycross to Formula 3 to radicals, GT classes. So all around, and also LMP2s, LMDH. Last time the 24 hours at the Daytona. So we are more or less all over. But GT3 is the class where we meet and greet with every driver.
It is. It's the meat and two veg of iRacing as stable. It's obviously. Let's just have a look at. So obviously your teammate Thomas Wang is first race, he won that. Second race, he came second behind Daniel Sedgley. But just tell us about a little bit about, you know, the way you come into the events, because you seem to be strong as a team when it comes to your four in your Sound Traffic School team were in the top five. But then it's sort of, is there a bit of a split? Because we normally see Niels and Thomas sort of going to the front.
We
Ah,
What is going on here? I really don't know.
guys will try and
Is last sound okay, or is it the same with last as well? Maybe just try something here. Sounds like nuclear reactor is not working very well today. Then it looks like. How's that sound? Any better, guys?
Robot Andy or robots. Just either YouTube or please.
yeah, it's all of us as well.
Let's have a look. Any better?
Testing.
Oh, they want to change.
That's why I like driving. Maybe try restart stream. If it's after the same.
Just put on to make sure shortly. Just bear with us for this our technical difficulties. Hopefully we can get it sorted. So just give us a Let's move across now. Hi guys, hopefully this sounds a little bit better. I don't know if you'll say it's no. Hopefully we don't sound like robots anymore. Can only but apologise for that. Lass is cute, sugar daddy. So hopefully this sounds a lot better, guys. So just sound is good. There we go. Okay, let's hopefully fingers crossed the sound stays as modern technology at its best, I think. But I think last we were talking about obviously your team and how you are in the qualifying compared to the race. You're very quick in the qualifying, but the team seems to be split in two when it comes to the races. Like two of you really push on, and then two of you struggles. Is there just getting used to the cars with the setups, or is there something behind that?
Definitely that is one of the points, but Thomas and Nils Erik is also the fastest one. So that's the easy question, easy answer. The other ones have to practice more.
Exactly. They got more time to practice. You're actually earning a living, mate. That's what we're saying.
No, I don't think that's the case either. They are just they have more talent than us, the other of us.
We'll just call them aliens, as we all do. Obviously, we're really grateful to have your team in the championship. Obviously, what made you join the league? And also, is there any particular rounds you're really looking forward to in the 12-round season?
Yeah, I think several of the rounds. It's a lot of fun tracks to drive GT3s on, so I look forward to all of them, more or less. And we did join just because we have, over a period of time, been driving separate classes. So it was to find something that we can, be together within inside the team.
Definitely is. Well, you certainly you're gelling well as a team currently. Just having a look at the team standings. You are, let me have a look. Overall, you are currently second place in that, only 5 points off Team Bear Pope, who are currently in first. So really strong outing in the first two rounds. And, I suppose you've got good or big ambitions to go ahead and also that team as well, isn't it?
So that's always what we are looking for, is to be top points and especially help the fastest guy to get them faster, and also help them out in the qualifying, practicing and all this other tracks.
So Thomas is there saying that you are you able to give any tips? Sounds broken again. What is going on? Very bad. What is going on here? I don't know as to why the sound is choice of modern technology.
Yeah, it does make sense.
Do apologise for this, guys. It's, certainly don't want to have a poor sounding stream.
Well, it's the first one ever.
I think it is, yeah. I'm not sure why it would be doing that, to be honest. Let's have a look. Seems to come and go, which is very weird. Sorry about this, lads.
No problem.
Take down your Discord share.
Okay, let's try that. See if it's that. I'll come out of Discord.
Oh, no, it's good. Apparently,
it's good. To see if that helps. This is very weird.
I see. We're not using the sound quality on Discord. We're using the sound actually through this app itself. So
OBS Ninja is what we're using for the sound, so it's always used that before. Good now. That's very, very strange, but don't know. Hopefully, bad again. Something is not right here. Don't know what it is. All right, I'm streaming well. Everything looks good.
Did you restart the OBS earlier, or the OBS Ninja?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I certainly did. Profile, stream, podcast.
The only thing that's changed is my microphone that I can think of, right?
I can't see why that would. Now it's good. This is weird. I've got we got a 1 meg. I've got a 1 meg internet connection, so it's certainly not my internet speed.
Yeah, so mine's insane as well.
Never have any problem, but hopefully it's good. So are we all good now, guys? Can you hear us okay?
Andy, I'm gonna leave the room and see if that's I'll leave the room and see if that makes any difference, and I'll just keep an eye on the chat.
Okay.
And then if guys say it's good for the next few minutes, then I'll jump back and see what they say.
Okay, yeah. All right,
just to be sure.
Okay, we got the link anyway, so there you go. There goes Tom. He just doesn't want to be on the stream anymore. So last we're obviously talking about the setup side of it, and you being the setup guru for your team. Have you got any sort of tips and tricks for the guys who are trying to set up their cars, and what things to look at when they're looking at the setups?
Read, and read about telemetry and how a car is supposed to work. That's the easy answer. It's difficult. You only need time to try to understand each and every car and try to learn to read the telemetry data from VRS or Garage 61. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, I suppose it's a fine art, isn't it, to making setups? And if you're good at it, you're good at it. If you're not, then ask somebody who is good at it, I suppose.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I have some experience from real life. I was working with the KV suspension in my early days, so I've been quite into suspension setups and cars.
Yeah, definitely. Well, tell us a little bit about something that other people may not know. So we've had on the stream so far a Scottish karate champion. We've had somebody who makes sim wheels. We've had somebody who plays the guitar. What's something that everybody doesn't know about you that you want to share with us?
That would be maybe a fun story. I was a full-time driver in RC drifting with radio controlled cars. So I was a factory driver for a Japanese company called Yokomo for 4 years. So that was what I was doing 4 years of my life, traveling around the world and driving radio control cars.
I can think of worse things to do, like going around the world racing. How did you get into that?
No, it was by accident. It was a hobby that looked fun at some point. So I just started and I became quite good at it. So it escalated from there.
I mean, that is just amazing. So where are some of the places you actually went to? Obviously, Japan being one of them. Where else did you go?
Malaysia, Thailand, all over Europe, Eastern Europe. It's many countries I was driving. Yeah.
I mean, there you go. So we do have an RC drift champion in our midst in the field as well. So be careful when you're going around corners, because you'll probably drift around the outside of you, like pretty good. But how are you finding the season so far? I know we're only early stages into it, just completed round number 2. But how are you finding it, and what are you certainly enjoying about the league?
Oh, I'm very happy with my standings so far. It's way above my expectation. I have been driving only the Radical for 3-4 months or something like that. So jumping into the Audi, it's quite a challenge. But we have, it seems that we have quite good pace, but I have no ambitions on being on the podium, at least for myself. I'm a midfielder still, so I'm practicing hard to try to get better, and we do that in the team. We have a great team where we use a lot of time together to get better.
Yeah, but I suppose, by being in a league and being in with what seems like extremely quick drivers, it makes it a lot better for competition and drives you on as well as a driver yourself, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. You don't want to be lost, so it pushes you forward. Yep.
I suppose being in a strong team and getting tips off the aliens that you've got always helps as well.
Yeah, it does. It does. So it's a lot of help, especially in Thomas, Nils Erik, Kjetil as well. Mats also. Mats had incredible pace in the practice and also in the qualifying and the race last time. But yeah, we were a little bit unlucky there.
Yeah, it definitely is. But no, it's been great to speak to you, Lass. And, before we let you go, mate, is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out while you're on the box? And yeah.
Yeah, you guys, first of all, for setting all this up, both the league and it's a great community. And of course, as always, IGL Coatings e-racing team that help us out and all our sponsors, especially Sande Trafikkskole, IGL Coatings and Elberdi.
Brilliant. Well, very thanks for joining us, mate. And, good luck in the rest of the season. And we will get you on again, obviously, with our sound difficulties that we've had tonight, to have a good proper chat, so you feel like you've had a good proper interview rather than stop starting, mate. But very thanks for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Cheers, mate. So there was Lassen, unfortunately, through our sound difficulties there. Maybe a bit hit and miss, but it's always good to get the brand new drivers on there. So we'll see if Tom can come back in now after he's had his little chat, or his little break, I should say. So see if he can get in, and we can move on to the main event of the evening, the penalties coming through. But it's really good to understand the drivers, because a lot of the time when you come into these leagues, you basically, you're just pixels on a screen that you're racing around with, and you do have a slight little chat at the end, but it's really good to see the person at the other end of the camera driving the car, and also find a little bit about it. So now we've got another one to add to our list of an RC champion. I mean, what a job to be going around, isn't it? I mean, I'd love to have something like that, an RC drift champion going around the world and getting paid for it. I mean, wow, you can't ask more than that, can you, I suppose? Tom, are you coming back in, mate, or are you have you left us now? Come on, get back in. But thanks a lot, guys, for joining us. Really appreciate you coming into the session in the pit stops and joining us for a bit of banter, telling us when our streams are poor, and all good stuff like that. But yeah, let's. Where's Tom? Come on, Tom. Where is he? He sent me a message. Let's see if we can get him. See if I can message him on Discord, see what he says. Is the sound still alright, guys? Is it? It might just be Tom and his rubbish computer. I carry him enough through this league anyway. Never mind my computer carrying his as well. So, yeah, we'll have a look at that one. Sound is bad again. Oh, come on. Not sure what is going on here. I wonder if it is Tom. Can't be. I'm the only one in the room. It's full bars. Very strange. This is a bit weird, this. You are back. Yeah, we'll see. Um, we can. I don't think it will. No, we might have to put the sound in. This is weird. I don't understand because it's never done it, and we've used this all through season 1, which is a bit weird. But we're not on Discord. So, sound's gone again. Okay, guys, it's going in and out. So what we'll do is we'll restart the stream, restart all our settings, and then hopefully something in the background may have sorted. So please just bear with us, and we'll get on to the interesting part next of the penalties. So we'll be